closer.
Help me. How's this
going? Look, are we on?
This is a hostage video.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's wonderful to see all you again. This is Wednesday, October the 19th. And this is Canonsburg United Presbyterian Church, 112 West Pike Street, Canonsburg, Pennsylvania. This is Pastor Don Coleman, otherwise known as Donnie to me. And I'm Kenton Klink. And he's the pastor, I'm just a piano player. And here we are. Look, he's really struggling to get out of this grip. Right, I got him.
This is why we need guests. This is why we need guests.
Yeah.
100%.
But you're nice and warm, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Al looked warm, too.
Off-screen producer Al
is here.
Is here. Yeah. Off-screen.
He's got a cold.
He wanted to talk about a certain football game, but once it was over, he has no desire to talk about it, so we're not going to.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I do know this. Don't anybody fall off your chair, but Penn State was the Tom Brady of Saturday, but on Sunday. You know what I'm saying. Tom and Penn both went away unhappy.
That's a lot of wow.
I knew that.
That is some deep. If you're not a football fan,
oh my goodness,
you might not be tracking with that.
And if you know Kenton Klink, you know, like that is a major breakthrough.
Yeah. I was blown away. Kenton did earlier this week say something about both of my football teams, mentioning the city and state that I'm fans of, two teams, and he knew
so it's Michigan, and Cincinnati, and Al is Penn State.
Yep.
And I'm going to follow those three because of you guys.
Okay.
I mean, no, I'm not watching games.
Oh, I know. You're just going to watch the ticker along the bottom of the screen.
Not even while the game is on. No,
just later on. Yeah.
You know what? I always want to watch Michael Strahan on Fox Network News Sports. I can never find that.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of pregame stuff.
Well,
I watch the game, get in, get out.
I like Michael Strahan.
Okay.
I also like his suits.
He's flat, snazzy dresser.
He is. He has his own line.
You could learn that. Oops. Did I say that out loud? Absolutely nothing wrong.
This ensemble,
nothing wrong with that ensemble.
Was put together by Kenton Klink.
I don't doubt that one.
I bought this
one you purchased. Different from some other stuff.
I bought this right off the internet. Online, it came in a package.
It fits like you bought it off the internet. You're just opening the door,
dude. It's a 2XL. I figured it would shrink.
Okay, you might need to wash it then.
Well, do you know what else came yesterday?
How do we get into your laundry?
Well, we're not doing laundry, but
okay.
You know what came yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
It's so exciting, this online shopping, because every day there's a present at your door.
Yeah.
It means until the money's all gone.
Until the credit card bill comes in the mail. It's great.
Yesterday was 10 pairs of socks, man. 10, I tell you.
Bumbos?
What's that?
It's a sock company.
I don't know. They're fun ones, you know.
All right. I will tell you this, and then we really don't need to
get away from socks.
Clothes, but I know. Kenton does not wear socks except for Sundays, so and even then, not every Sunday. But no,
even in the winter.
Probably 12 years ago, you know, I was caught by a ad. And it was like,
an ad, you mean?
Yeah, just
an ad.
An advertisement. It was something to do with, hey, you can get your own personal shopper personal stylist, and they will curate a box for you, and
is that what
they
happened?
Can send it. No. So
that's called Stitches or something.
It was something like that. Yeah. So I went ahead and I made the call, and I started the process, and then
the bill came.
No, I got cold feet. I never even.
You should have done it.
No, it's much better. It's much better.
Well, you have Bridget to dress you.
I had no problem. It was not an issue of I wanted somebody to style it. It was the idea of that's kind of cool to get a package in.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, wait a second. I don't want to pay for that.
Oh, it's so great.
I want to go. I want to shop the reduced on sale last chance 0.97 cents. You know, it's
I'm telling you.
That's the
Saturday, I got my package from Al Barker that had my K-Cups, reusable K-Cups in there. And there wasn't just one. There was 6, I tell you. 6 in that box. So I am using them.
I would have expected 4. 4 is how we bought them.
Well, there was 6 in
6
this
is
box. Well, Al takes care of me.
50% more.
Al takes care of me.
No doubt.
He's a good man. You all should know Al Barker.
Al Barker, wonderful.
Yep.
So let's talk about something more.
So that came, that package
Okay.
came, and then the socks came yesterday. I mean to tell you, what a wonderful week so far.
Wonderful week. Hey, let's talk about some better stuff then.
Okay.
Than a couple packages in the mail.
Let's talk about Elijah
Okay.
and Elisha.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
That was your lead-in. Nice. Did you hand it off? Is that what you were doing?
I handed it off.
Nice. It was a setup.
You preached on him
I
last
did.
Sunday in
Yep,
case you weren't here.
Yeah. So if you haven't already,
And attendance was, real nice
Really
last
good.
Sunday.
Yep,
It was. Get out. Come on in here. Come on in here. Learn about Jesus.
guests, remember it was great. Anyway,
and that's another thing I wanted to make sure we talked about today.
Yeah.
You and I, we argue about worship sometimes and how it should be and what it should be. But I've been really thinking about all of it. Mm-hmm. And this is really, we have this. Mm-hmm. We have this. Mm-hmm. It's the book. Mm-hmm. It's a recipe for eternal life right here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a recipe here. I get creative sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
This is a recipe for eternal life.
Mm-hmm.
This is really all we need. And I will give kudos to you that you do open this book and you do preach out of it every week. You really do.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. So if you're looking for Bible-based preaching, and even though, it's him and it's me, give Canonsburg a shot. Yeah. And because, we got this right here. It's right here in the pew and it's right here in our hearts.
And you want Bible-based preaching this Sunday, I think there is lined up gotta be a dozen scripture passages from
Are we gonna read them all?
Genesis all the way through John. Yeah. So
I'll be busy.
You will be busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Elijah and Elisha.
Yeah.
If you weren't with us in person, if you weren't live, check it out. There was something really cool there's two things really cool actually.
I really thought you were going to take off across the sanctuary.
Not a chance.
And make them.
Not a chance. No.
I had a picture of you running down the aisle.
No, I handed off at the end of the sermon, not quite the end of the sermon, but to my son Brennan. And I should clarify, Brennan at this time has no sense of call or intention to enter into full-time Christian ministry, but he's a perfect example of you don't need to be an ordained minister to preach, to teach, to follow Jesus, to be able to share. So I handed off.
You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be. You don't have to be middle class.
You were about to start a song anything. There. There's a.
You don't have to be rich. Sorry.
That's all right. Yeah, that was in my mind too. But anyway, I handed off the end of the sermon to him, and he finished it. And I had, until I'd heard the first one, had no idea. He had actually came up to me and he said, "Okay, so you want to take a look at what I said?"
I thought maybe you gave him.
Oh no,
then it went so well.
It was all him.
Yeah.
I showed him the outline I was going to use. I kind of basically told him where I was going to go and my main points, and then I said, I want this. I genuinely want you to be able to say whatever you feel. I said, just a couple minutes, because we had time constraints.
Yeah.
But it was all him.
Well, God bless him, really.
He actually wants to be a marine biologist.
I know that he wants to go south, young man.
I don't know about that.
He wants to be able to get in the water.
Ocean, yeah.
So, where else is he going to go?
There's
Amity Island.
There's a really, really good aquarium in Boston.
Oh, is there?
Oh, yeah. There's lots of.
Yeah, but look, what are you doing? Oh, is it inside?
Yeah. It's right on the. It's right on the wharf.
But in Boston, the water's freezing in September. You may as well go to Miami.
Yeah.
Because you know why I want him to go that far?
So you could go visit him.
Yeah. How did you know that?
But here's the thing: is I couldn't imagine. I want to be. Someday I would love to be close enough to my kids that I get to be in their lives regularly. Man,
but Don,
Florida is a great place to visit for a brief time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, so
I wouldn't want to live there. You know what? I know we've got some wonderful people.
Oh,
the Andersons just moved down
because
there.
of the humidity.
That's
I know.
one main thing. Yeah, couldn't.
I know,
don't
and I'd be afraid of alligators and crocodiles.
And today's email, it'll be posted on Facebook at some point today, sent out by email, all about those changing seasons.
Oh, it sure is.
No, I lied.
That's not this.
That's the leader email.
Oh,
that's the leader
Friday.
email. But anyway, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, the weather surely changed, didn't it? Wow.
It was 39 degrees before I walked over here. 39 degrees. I checked just to.
Oh, were you?
I was 39 degrees.
You didn't walk here today, did you?
I mean, I walked into the room.
No. But did you drive
I did not
down?
walk down from when I left
errands
my
to run
home.
yet.
Yeah. So, I was. Oh, there was a second thing. This was maybe, and I hate to say something was less amazing or awesome than my son.
Your son?
It's hard when it's your son. It should be pretty cool, right?
Well,
that was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
But that was planned, and I knew it was happening. So there was a part of me that was like, okay, it went well. It was good. I was tremendously proud of him.
What did he do?
No, there was something completely different.
I know.
And it might have been a bigger highlight for me in the service. So you saw it. We even talked about it. But Easton Schumann. Easton is he 6?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So it's the second service, right?
Oh, my goodness
so
gracious.
it didn't happen in the 8:30 service, only in the 11 o'clock service. We are beginning the service. The kids were singing. So another thing, this past Sunday, we had the cherub choir singing.
At both services, and that's a long time.
Yep.
That's a long time from 8 o'clock in the morning until they're singing about 11:30.
Yeah.
And that's a long time to keep kids.
So Easton, we have all the kids sitting in the front row waiting to go, and we're singing. I'm up front. I'm up front. Playing, and I don't remember which of the first two songs it was. I think it was the second one, but I can't remember.
I think it was the second one too. This is at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, 11 o'clock. So I look kind of through the piano towards Megan and whatnot, and I see Easton, and he's like 3 feet from the communion table, and
dancing away,
and just, really enjoying himself, and I notice his mom, who's sitting in the second row. Eventually, she kind of comes up and she kind of reseats him and stuff like that. And a couple of things I was thinking, I bet she was anxious. I bet she was concerned that maybe he would knock into something. Or
what was next? Yeah.
Or I wonder what people are thinking.
No, not that part, because
she's
right.
I think people are.
Oh
no,
my
gosh. I think we're always anxious about our own kids. About what are people thinking about
my
worship?
What a example he said.
When we greeted, I made sure I went over and I said that was awesome. And then when we had the children's moment in the second service, I made sure I just told him how much I appreciated what he was doing, and hopefully the congregation saw that, because we need to make sure.
Well, he jumped up and hugged you.
Yeah, he's the sweetest kid.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure that kids in our church feel loved and welcomed. And we don't want people taking markers to the walls.
No.
This
is a kid's place.
But my goodness, standing up and dancing a little bit.
Oh my goodness, it was just sweet as pie. And the thing that happened to me is that I watched that all happen, and I could see that the mother was like, but he was fine. But the thing that happened to me is that after we had the children's sermon and we had the visitor for the mission,
Julie, Ashley. Sorry, Julie. Ashley.
Ashley was here talking about her mission, and I came. So the kids came back and sat down before they sang. Well, I was sitting about right here, sitting about just like this, my spot now, I guess. And Tierney came up to me and sat down right beside me. And I, of course, I didn't think anything of it until she snuggled right in there, put her head right here, and pulled my arm down. And I was like, oh my goodness, the closest I'm ever going to be to a dad. It was just the sweetest thing. It was the sweetest thing to have. And I had a cough, of course, so I had to break the moment. But as soon as I was Okay, I moved back over. She snuggled back in. It was just the cutest thing. I thought, I'm gonna take her home. We could just snuggle till eternally.
Yeah, probably not.
No, probably not. She's got a life to live. But it was the sweetest thing.
But and I think that's what we want. We want to be a place where kids of all ages, feel welcomed and loved and encounter Jesus.
And you, like I, also get a lot of encouragement out of them, hearing them sing.
Oh my goodness!
From the pew here.
When they're all here.
Oh my goodness gracious.
That is the loudest.
They may not know the first verse, but by the time you get to the second one, they're on it.
Honestly, most of the time they know the song better than anybody else. So
it's amazing. Even the ones that can't read yet.
Oh yeah. Well, you're listening to the music in the car. You're listening to different stuff they pick up, and I mean that's how you learn stuff, right?
Well,
think of all the things you learned as a kid that were put to song, right? You said your school's alma mater.
I do.
Yeah, it's a strange collection of words that are put together, and as soon as you put a song to it.
Oh, well,
right?
Yeah.
So
and that's in there forever.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, I was a band member, too.
Yeah, so you heard it a million times.
Well, that, and you know what our fight song is at Canamac?
No, I don't.
It's the Notre Dame fight song.
Is that the Notre Dame fight song? Okay, all right.
Pretty good, not us, huh?
Yeah. I gotta tell you, having been in the state of Ohio for 7 years, I discovered they have a few songs. I don't know which one was called their fight song, but they had a couple of different ones that they would play regularly. But there was like the song, and then there was a couple of other ones that get played as well. I've forgotten them, thank goodness.
I have watched some videos on Facebook of our local football games, and
you say local, you mean Canamac?
Canamac, yeah. And I am amazed that in the band, after 50 years, and it's longer than that because they were doing it when I got there. There was "Here We Go, Big Macs, Here We Go, Bum 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 Bum." I mean, I know that's "Here We Go, Steelers" and all that.
That's "Here We Go." Everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. But it amazes me that they still use the same rhythm, the same key. It's amazing for me that some things just hang on. Some traditions stay on.
Yeah.
Tradition. It's not such a dirty word.
No. But it's kind of like the tradition of talking too long and not playing the piano.
Well, but I don't think we've reached that point.
I don't know.
I do. I know. You just think we've been talking long because we were chatting with off-screen
producer Al. It has a really nice ring to it, doesn't it?
It does, and it has a place for it. Mm-hmm. I think maybe next week we need to have a place of honor for him. Because he plays such an important part.
He plays a tremendous role. Maybe what we could do is when it comes time to playing, he could even get in.
And now I asked him, why, Al? Why do you keep on coming here week after week? Mm-hmm. And you know what he said?
I don't know.
It's terrible.
No, is that what he said?
No.
He said because you pay me.
No, that's not what he said, because you pay me.
Because I've got nothing better to do with my life.
No, that's not what he said.
Because I'm tremendously bored.
No, that's not what he said either. Keep another guess. It was a good thing.
It was a good thing?
Well, it was a good thing, kind of.
Because you know why? Like your company.
You know why?
I like your company.
Thanks, Don, for saying that. Well, you mean Al?
Yeah, I meant that.
Well, you know really why he said?
Why?
He said because it's amusing.
It's amusing.
Yeah.
This is
we're glad to be amusing on Wednesday.
Do I amuse you?
You amuse
me. Do I amuse? Is this funny?
But yeah, it was.
Do I amuse you? I'm sorry. Amuse. That's I was as a movie quote. There's a movie quote.
Is it from where? Tell me.
I believe that was from Goodfellas.
Oh, I should know that. Is it? Do I amuse you and then?
Is Joe Pesci, I believe, at the bar, and it doesn't end
Did
well.
you see how old he is?
They're all old, right? Everybody's old.
Well, Ray
Speaking
Liotta's
of getting old,
Ray Liotta's gone.
Yeah.
We left Elijah and Elijah in the dust someplace back there.
Well, yeah. I mean, I mentioned it, in terms of.
I know. Now, just so I have it straight in my head, though, Elijah was first. Elisha was second.
Yep.
And although, who gets mentioned more in the Bible?
Well, so in the entire Bible, Elijah gets mentioned because in the New Testament and later on, they're pointing back to him. But in the stories of their ministry, when they're actually talking about them, Elisha, the second one's name, shows up more often. You wouldn't know it. It would be, yeah.
And which one got taken up in the wind?
Elijah. Yeah. He was the one who I'm convinced had clinical depression. No, I don't mean as a joke. I mean as a seriously.
Why?
Really, because of that cave experience that he has, and he basically is, woe is me. I just want to die. He's had this great, amazing opportunity.
I knew that I was identifying with Elijah on Sunday. I knew I was. You
were clinically depressed?
Dude, you clinically depress me
That's
every
not
week.
surprising. Yeah.
I am just saying, and that's why Al is here, because he's a little pick-me-up.
He's a pick-you-up.
He's a pick-me-up. Poor Al. He came in today, and for the first time ever, he looked sleepy.
Really?
Yeah.
You haven't seen Al enough then.
Well, he looked sleepy, and I said, what's going on? He's got a little cold.
Yeah.
He didn't get his morning walk.
39 degrees.
He and his wife walk 4 miles every morning. I want to see that in winter.
Treadmill.
Because you know where they live?
I do.
Woo! There's no trail there in the wintertime. Can you walk with your shovel then?
Laps around the house.
Look at him enjoying this right now.
Yeah.
He is. I asked him if he got his fire going. He does. I think I'm going back to his house.
All right. Do you know where he lives?
I know exactly. Just like I know where you live.
Oh boy, yikes.
The problem, here's the difference between your house and Al's house.
Al's house is much further away.
Not much, but
relative to.
It's only 10 minutes.
I live 3 blocks from
the
church.
And here's the other difference. I have a key to your house. I don't have a key to Al's yet. Yet. We might be working around to that.
Okay. All
You
right.
know what Al did for me last week? He bought me reusable K-cups.
You already mentioned that.
I did? Right here online?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like 5 minutes ago. Actually, it's more like 20 minutes
Did I just have a senior moment?
You did. By the way, you mentioned something. Keys. This is a question.
I bet
nobody knows this.
Sure, you want the key back.
Yes. I bet nobody knows this.
What?
I bet nobody knows what your favorite key is to play something in the piano.
C.
What would you? Really?
Yeah, because it's all white keys.
Because it's so easy.
Yeah.
See, I would have. See, I guess if you were to ask me that, I don't know because I don't think in those terms.
No, well, it's not that C is my favorite key.
Okay,
but if I'm going to take on something that I've never played before.
Okay, different question.
But that's what I'm going to use the key of C in order to get through it.
So that is the key that you would use
Although
the most.
Viewers, you may not know that there are several. It'll happen this week that I'm going to play something that I've never ever attempted to play before on the piano. And you may not know you're hearing mistakes, but they're there. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. Lots of them.
You don't have to jump right in on the mistakes.
Just affirming what you're saying.
Well,
I'm just a very affirming person.
Yeah, you really, I'll tell you what,
I'll stand behind you and push you out into the street anytime. Yeah. So C is your favorite key to default to.
Yeah.
But what is the key that...
Though I can tell you the one I can just sing in.
Okay, all right.
Is E flat.
Okay.
That's my key.
What do you like the sound of the most?
Oh.
There you go.
Here's what I like the sound of most, is going from a minor key into a major one.
To resolve it.
Not to resolve it.
Okay.
No, to give a song another tone, a tonal quality to it. If you listen to my rendition of Amazing Grace and you think back to the Star Trek movies, the one where Dr. Spock dies, Mr. Spock dies, and they shoot him out of the rocket ship, and in the background, Amazing Grace is playing.
Oh.
Okay? And as it's playing, it starts in one key, and when you see his little capsule flying out into space, it changes key, and it gets real positive.
Okay.
I enjoy that happening in music.
You like that transition from that sad, melancholy minor key to a hopeful major key.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hopeful. Yeah. Especially when you know the words behind the melody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I play words. I don't play.
I know. Yeah.
I play
Any words you've got planned to play today?
Kiss.
Kiss. The band?
No, words.
Oh. I was like, what Kiss song?
Yeah, I'm turning
are
all
you
the
gonna play? I want to hear you play Kiss. I don't even. Here's the thing: I don't even know. I couldn't name a song from Kiss off the top of my head.
But what's the guy what's his name?
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. No, that's names. Asking
He's
me
older
a
than
name.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
My neighborhood friend growing up, Kirby.
Kirby?
Kirby with a K.
Kirby, okay.
He was little Kirby because his dad was big Kirby.
I was little Clink.
There you go. And his dad was tall, 6'4", probably, skinny. But he was a big Kiss fan.
So
I was exposed to Kiss, but there was a part of me that was like, oh my goodness, they are the black leather and whatnot. They must be bad.
Well, let me tell you something.
It's like a 7-year-old.
In the 60s.
Yeah, they were?
No.
No, they were kind of.
Two things happened that my mother just.
Yeah.
And one was the Beatles, because they had long hair,
Yeah,
and they wear those funky boots. Okay, and
they didn't have long hair at first.
Well, but what was considered long hair back then? Okay, that was one thing. And
the mop tops were long.
Oh yeah, that was long hair.
Because it covered like the top quarter of their ear.
Yeah, you have to realize that we're coming out of the 50s where everybody had the same haircut, wore the same clothes.
Yeah.
There was uniformity in everything.
Yeah.
So you have to remember, you're coming out of that, then all of a sudden this happens. And you have Elvis shaking him stuff all around.
Well, Elvis was earlier than pre-Beatles.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's what in that same era, Elvis and then the Beatles. But they had a real problem with that. And the other thing they had a problem with just clipped my mind. It was the Beatles and the soundtrack to Hair, the musical.
Okay, it was a little bit later, wasn't it?
It was still 60s? In the 60s.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, because she still had
before I was born. So
when the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter.
I think we sang that in choir in high school.
Let the sun shine in.
I think it was. Might have been.
Sunshine.
Maybe.
I bet you did.
Aquarius.
The Age of Aquarius.
We sang that.
That was the Fifth Dimension thing.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, they sang it as a pop song.
Okay.
But the whole soundtrack to Hair.
Yeah.
Somebody gave that to us.
Never even seen the movie.
Well, no, me either.
You've never seen Hair either.
No, but
really?
You know,
I thought
Hair. Do you know?
The second time.
Funny, this comes up.
Yeah.
But remember we talked about D.B. Cooper.
Yes.
Okay. Well, the guy that played D.B. Cooper in the movie.
Okay.
Was also in Hair as a young man.
Wow.
And I can't think of the guy's name. I was just shocked that he could sing and was
doing
all that.
If you know, put it in the comments.
Yeah,
Kenton will give you a free a shout out on a song.
Or an ice cream cone.
Or an ice cream cone.
Yeah, I mean, an ice cream cone. I'll take you anywhere you want for ice cream. Well, almost anywhere.
Yeah.
Miami. We could go to Miami. Any that style. That's from the Golden Girls.
I watch that all the time.
The Golden Girls?
Oh, yeah.
Even now?
I haven't watched it in a while.
Well, I like the Golden Girls.
Who was your favorite?
Rose Nyland, of course.
Oh, wow. Okay, so no, not Rose. Although Rose had maybe one of my most memorable lines. Yeah.
Which was?
Yeah, not going to say it now.
Really?
Yeah, it's that good, and I can't quote it verbatim. So
let's try. I might have seen it.
Well, let me just say, it's the general idea is shock when who was not. So it was Rose, and why
Dorothy.
can't I think of Dorothy? Yeah, not Dorothy.
Blanche.
Who's the Blanche? So Blanche is shocked about something.
Okay. Oh, Blanche. Okay.
Blanche is shocked about something in Rose's life.
Oh, I know what it was.
Rose basically says, "Well, you know."
I know what it was. Never mind.
There you go.
I know what it was.
See. Yeah. But my favorite was Dorothy's mom.
Sophia.
Sophia to me was the best.
Sicily, picture this.
1926. And she always had the snappy comeback one-liners that, to me, as a junior high kid, that was what I wanted to emulate. How sad is that? Like that.
Sophia?
Well, I wanted the snappy comebacks
That explains a lot.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really explains
Because
a
in
lot.
Canada we have two national languages, official languages.
You do.
Yeah,
And they are?
English and French.
But you slaughter English.
But the true national language is sarcasm.
Oh, well, of
So
course.
we specialize in that.
Well, we do pretty good at sarcasm right here.
Speaking of sarcasm, you know what we should keep doing?
What?
Talking.
I'm thinking, I'm enjoying this talk today.
Me too,
Yeah.
which is why we want to leave them on the upswing. I think it's probably time to get to you on the piano before...
Okay, look. See,
Oh, shoot, there's only one
Wait.
viewer. There's 0 viewers. Nobody is watching.
I don't believe you.
Off-screen producer Al
Off-
has given us the signal that it's time
No.
to play the piano.
No.
Treat Williams.
What? Treat
Treat
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah, you're right. Treat Williams, yeah. I always liked him.
Say hi to Cheryl. Cheryl's watching right now.
Oh, Cheryl's watching. That's my friend,
Yeah.
Cheryl. She's had a hard
Debbie
week.
Burt and Barbara DeWitt.
Oh, my
Jesse,
friend Barb. She's
Greg
a good girl, too.
Schultz.
Schultz's birthday today. Happy birthday, Greg.
Happy birthday. And look at that. Beth Anderson said Florida was wonderful. Is wonderful. And Ashley Dodd and Jamie Trainer. Wow, we got
Wow, it's
Kathy
like
Weaver.
romper room. Go ahead.
God loves Penn State. That's why the sky is blue and white.
Who said that?
Wow, that's nice. Kathy Weaver.
Oh,
Look at
she's
that.
got him.
Yeah.
She's got-
lose us. Oh my goodness! I almost killed the entire video.
Oh, is it still going?
We're still live, and there's at least one person back on wanting you to. They said, hurry up and play. Thanks, Michelle. Hurry up and play the piano before I fall asleep.
Michelle Newton.
No, she didn't say that. It wasn't Michelle. She said, I am watching.
Michelle
did.
She's a good girl.
Yes.
She's a good girl.
But
She loves her
17 comments said, stop talking and play the...
You know what? It's not there, okay? You got it not there. You know what? I know you, okay? You're not... He's going to unplug me. This foot's asleep. I can't even walk over there. I need help. I tell you. Oh, boy. This whole side is asleep. Wow.
Why did you get socks if you don't wear them? Why did you get socks if you don't wear them?
Well, for Sundays. They're fun socks. They're really fun socks. We were talking about a song before. What was it?
Kiss.
Hmm?
Kiss. Kiss.
Kiss. Oh, yeah, that's going to happen. I got nothing. That's a G.
Your favorite key.
Kiss.